What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video on House of Dula, and on this one we are firing this girl up, man, so I'm excited. Stay tuned, man. It's coming. Yes, that's right. On this video, we're firing up. If you saw my last video, we hooked up the micro squirt ECU. We hooked up the wideband, my AEM X Series wideband Series 2, the new ECU, and we also hooked up the map sensor that came with the ECU. We also calibrated some of the settings. I can go back, if you missed it, go back and watch that real quick. We calibrated the throttle position sensor, and we loaded up the AEM wideband settings as well. So now that that stuff is set, we are ready to start up, and the next thing we're going to do is set the timing. We have to set the base timing, make sure the ECU is in sync with what the motor really is, so that when it commands 14, 15, 20, 25, X whatever degrees, it is absolute the same on the engine. If you don't do that, everything's out of whack. So we have to do that. We have to fire it up to do that. Let me show you how we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and go over to the software here real quick. Okay guys, Tuner Studio is up and it's running, and I've got the key on right now. So we have connection. You can see we've got data showing up. So what I want to show you real quick is first the coolant temperature. Yes, it is up. Yes, I started without you guys and I'm sorry, but we're going to do this together. It's going to be awesome. But I do want to show you real quick some of the basic settings you need to set on this software before you can even consider firing up. The micro squirt does come with a base tune that is built for a stock Mustang. Since mine's not stock, there's some things I have to change, most notably the injector size. So if we go under the base settings, under engine and sequential settings here, I've made a change to the injector CC size here to 630. What you really want to do is go ahead and click on required fuel and make sure that your engine displacement is correct. Obviously, number of cylinders is 8, and this is a 60-pound injector. Once this is done, you hit OK, and this number will update. The required fuel will change based on the size of your engine and your size of your injectors from the stock tune that's given to you from micro squirt here. So that was changed. Once this has been updated and corrected, we'll go ahead and burn it. Now I've already done that, so I'm not going to burn it again, but that has been changed. We also went into communications. Went into tools here, and I calibrated the TPS. This is really stupid simple. You basically get current as the throttle blade is closed, as you're off the pedal, floor the pedal, get current. That will set you from 0 to 100% throttle, hit accept, and that now sets your throttle position. I've also gone and calibrated my AFR table. I've done this by selecting the AEM 30-2010, or in this case X Series, which is what mine is, and I've written it to the controller. So I do know that I've got air fuel now being monitored. So the next thing we can do before this thing can really run is go to our ignition settings, and we're going to set the base timing. Now to do that, what we're going to do is go in here and go into the ignition options wheel decoder. So basically right now, here is your advanced set. This is your settings for your timing on your engine. We're using the table right now. The table is basically your Spark Advanced mapping table that's going to use when the car is in normal mode. Right now we want to put it to fixed mode. Putting in fixed timing is basically like pulling the spout. Okay, you don't need to pull the spout on these engines. It's still stuck in. It's not going to do anything if you unplug it, but we're going to go ahead and put it to fixed timing. What this is telling me is that the fixed timing is at 15 degrees, and whatever you set it here is what it should show on your crank dampener, on the timing marks on the dampener. So right now we're going to go ahead and set this, and I'm going to go ahead and click on burn. That'll force it to fixed timing. We'll close it, and I'm going to go to tools here. Actually, I'm going to go back to ignition settings, sorry, and we're going to bring up the trigger wizard. Alright, we're going to get ready to start the car, guys, so hope you're ready, and we'll get the timing light out and get this thing set. So the idea here is to make sure that what this says matches what it is showing on your crank pulley, and if it's not, you can make adjustments with the offset, either plus or minus, up or down. The offset is what will synchronize what you're seeing on the crank pulley, timing marks, and on from the harmonic balancer, and what you're showing here in the numbers. Alright guys, go ahead and get your timing light. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and clip this on your number one cylinder. This is the same way you always check your timing. If you've never done this before, you probably should watch some videos before watching me. But we're going to put the inductor wire over the number one cylinder here. Okay. Make sure these are routed out of the way. And let me apply some ground and power to it. Okay, timing light's hooked up. I'm ready to go. And we're ready to fire it up. So man, let's do it. I've got all the settings set. I've got my screen up here so we can start setting the base timing. We can watch it. Again, it's set to 15. We're looking for 15. What I may want to do is crank it up to something like 20 so we can see it. But let's go ahead and crank it and see if I can see 15 on the timing marks. That's important. I want to make sure it matches. Let's do it. God, I'm ready. Yeah. Right now. Alright. Okay, we're checking the timing. Right now it's at 20. Almost exactly. It should be at 15. So we want to make an offset here. This should bring it down. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up to 12. We should see 2 degrees less, and I do. So we're going to go ahead and bring it down just a little bit more. Okay, that should get us really close to 15. And it is. I know you can't see that. But, oh, it is. Okay. But it's right at 15. So we're going to go ahead and burn this setting. Close it. And we're going to go back to our ignition and change it off of fixed timing and put it back to use table. And then burn it. Now we're at 23 degrees. We should be seeing 23 degrees also on the timing mark. And I am. Perfect. Alright, the fan's kicked on. Let me go ahead and turn the key back on. Alright, so the coolant here, we got it up to 180, so it is definitely warmed up. Ended up using a 13 degree offset, which gave me perfect 15 degrees whenever I switched it to hard 15. So, man, the timing's set. It runs! Sounds awesome. I uncapped it just for like show. I need to cap it back. It's pretty damn loud. I was expecting to be a little bit quieter with it uncapped, but it's pretty, yeah. I'm nervous, man. Just so much things can go wrong, you know? Out here by myself, got everything hooked up. You never know what's gonna happen, man. It fired right up. Yeah, that's awesome. It's actually running pretty good. I'm surprised the aisle is as good as it is. I'm kind of speechless. I don't even know what to say here, guys. We're up to the point now where I'm going to be over my head just a little bit with tuning. I'm going to do some more reading. We'll, do some more stuff, some more homework, but it runs. Air fuel is showing in the gauge here about 13. Kind of all over the place. Alright. Alright, so that's a problem. The ECU is not picking up the correct air-fuel ratio. I don't know if maybe the wire got loose or something. I'm going to have to look into that. I'll probably post that online a little bit here just to make sure, because it looks to me like the air-fuel is not reading correctly. So which means the gauge sees it, the software is not. The software is seeing, you know, that it's a lot leaner, a lot richer. So it's going to really jack up the air-fuel ratio when it's trying to idle here. Okay, man, I got the air-fuel ratio fixed. I got the wideband connected correctly. I made a mistake. We hooked up just the white wire to the signal. I didn't even think about it. Posted online. Yeah, there is a brown wire. So on my AEM X series wideband gauge, there is a white and brown wire. The brown wire needs to be grounded. Makes perfect sense. So I did. I grounded it. Once I grounded it, back in the software here, instead of running the custom settings, I am running now just the original settings I had in here, which are the it's offline right now, I can't even show you, but is this one right here. So the AEM X series, that is mine right there. It is X series. That's what I had on there initially. Once that's on there, it's corrected it. So let's go ahead and fire it up again, let you guys hear it. It seems to be idling much better now. It's a little bit smoother. And I went ahead and also capped the dump. The dump was too loud and it's getting late. I'm going to piss off some neighbors. Probably pissing them off already. But let me go ahead and fire it up here for you guys. We'll wait till the wideband. I got wires everywhere. So I'm going to go back through and clean this stuff up. Still got some surging. We'll wait till the O2 sensor heats up. Alright, we're showing about 12 to 13 here. And we'll give it a second here and this will start reading correctly. Still showing 7 to 6. There it goes. So 14. Fan just kicked on. It just hit 180, which is what I have mine set to. Okay, so you can see it takes a second to read. It does pick up. We're still having some idling surge issues. It's surging up, surging down a little bit. So idle quality was a lot better before I shot it. As soon as I turn the camera on, it's surging again. You can see when that happens, the air-fuel ratio is bouncing. And it also could be just simply the fuel maps. The fuel maps have been altered since I had to change my injector settings. I also changed the injector dead time. What that is basically how long it takes for the pintle on the injector to open and close, and it's rated off of voltage. So it's dead time basically as your battery voltage drops or as you put load on the car and the alternator. The different voltage reading into your injectors affects the quickness and how it opens and closes. So that voltage differential is actually a program in here. It comes preset at I think let's look at it real quick. So injector dead time is right under here under your fuel settings. And you can see that mine is 0.9. It was set to 1. I kind of went online and looked at the manufactured specifications for the Siemens Deca injector 60 pounds. And at 13.2 volts, they recommend doing 9. It's actually 9 point something. So it's that right there in itself does change your fuel map. So altering that setting changes your injectors opening and close timing times. It changes the algorithm and how the whole car is calculating fuel. Anyway, so there's a lot of tuning we got to do. We just got into it, but it's running and it is reading. It takes a while for the ECM to pick up. I don't know if that's normal, but it's reading. And also you can kind of hear a little bit how quieter the engine is. We're going back to the exhaust now, so that's cool. So guys, that's it. I'm closing this video off. You heard it run. We're close. I got homework to do when you guys are at home dreaming about your turbo kit. I got to put on the wheels. We got to get the car back on ground so we can get ready to road test. But yeah, we're that close. So, man, that's awesome. Stay tuned. So much more coming. We're going to really dig deep into this the micro squirt tuning. And guys, follow me on Instagram because I'm posting crap like this before you see it here. And follow me on YouTube or subscribe to me on YouTube. That way you guys do get notifications whenever I post new videos. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. It's running. Ah! Exciting. Boost. Can't wait to get this thing on the road. It's going to be a blast. Yeah, see you next time, guys. Take care.